Good morning. Today is Tuesday. It's November 2nd, and welcome to Election Day. It is 4:16 in the morning. I'm going live because I forgot to do this yesterday, but I wanted you to have some reminders about Election Day and what you need to do. This Facebook Live is solely about Election Day. We will deal with redistricting tomorrow. But today is about getting out the vote. There are 155 polling places open today from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. At this moment, election inspectors are starting to wake up and get ready to come in and report at 5 a.m. This is my long watch. This is what election workers do. We get into work at about 4:30. It's when our office will start, most of us getting here, although I can see some of us are already here. You'll see some cars starting to pull in behind me. I'm going to be getting off this really quick to get into the office myself. And we will be going till 1 a.m. easily. This is what we do. This is why we love our job. And that's right, Roger. And I can't believe Roger's up with me, but he's got young kids. But now our watch begins for those Game of Thrones fans. So, here's what you need to know for Election Day. Polls are open, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. 150-ish polling places throughout Onondaga County. You have to go to your assigned polling place. How do you find that out? Go to onvote.net. You can enter in your information. It'll give you your polling place right at the top left-hand corner. You do not need ID to vote unless you've been notified that you need ID because you're a first-time voter. Although I will note that if you bring your mail check card or even your ID and you scan that in, it'll be a quicker lookup for you. Although it only takes about 30 seconds to look us up on those poll pads now. Most of the poll pads, you'll have a check-in table and then another table with a ballot. Most of the polling places, you'll have a check-in table and another table with ballots. They will match your ballot ID on your receipt, which is the ballot ID for everybody in your election district, and give you your correct ballot ID. Make sure that it is your correct ballot before going off and voting, and then you put the ballot in the machine. Absentees. If you need an absentee because you have a medical emergency, that is available today, or some other reason. You need to have, the easiest way to get that done is to have somebody pick up an absentee for you at the Board of Elections. We will be open for the public starting at 5 a.m. And you can come, or starting at 6 a.m., I'm sorry. You can come with a note. In that note, it should have your name, your address, your date of birth, and a reason why you need an absentee. You can say temporary illness, but I suggest that you expand on that a little bit just in case that gets challenged in the post-election process. Have the person bringing the note be designated in the note to pick up your absentee, and then get that absentee filled out and dropped off at one of our polling places across the county or back here at the Board of Elections, or postmarked. And it must be postmarked. Don't put it in the mailboxes. It must be postmarked today. So for it to count, it has to be done today. If you go to a polling place and you are not registered at the correct address, you will have to do an affidavit ballot. It's important that you must go to your correct polling place for your new address for that affidavit ballot to count. Follow the instructions that the poll workers give you. If they tell you to call us at the Board of Elections, it's maybe because instead of an affidavit ballot, you need a court order. That being said, we are bound to give you an affidavit ballot before you leave, but we will also try to tell you that which polling place you're supposed to be at, so go to that correct polling place. Or, if you're not sure, go to onvote.net, check your voter registration. It'll tell you where you're registered to vote, and you can give us a call, 315-435-VOTE, to get any information that you need throughout the day today. Finally, court orders. If you need a court order, starting at around 8 a.m., judges will be here at the office. You can start coming here at 6 a.m. and filling out court order paperwork. They're pretty simple. You appear before the judge. The judge will be in our office. Tell them the story of why you want to vote and why you weren't able to register. This is most likely because you moved from out of state. That is, or just didn't get registered for some reason, but you said you did it through the DMV. This is something that you can get a court order for. Remember, if you're registered anywhere in New York State, you can vote by affidavit ballot at your new polling place today. So remember that, especially if you're up on the Hill or a student or just moved into Onondaga County from another county, you can still register to vote by affidavit ballot if you're registered in your home county. Rides to the polls, boards of elections do not give rides to the polls. That is incumbent on the parties to do. They do that a lot. Call the party headquarters of each of the major parties. I know the Democratic number by heart, so I'm going to give it to you, 315-422-0345. Give them a call. I know it is tempting to contact me personally throughout the day if you have my personal information or through my Facebook page. I will tell you I will be busy all day putting out fires or dealing with issues. I ask you to please refrain from doing so, especially to do things like how's the turnout, that kind of crap. I'm sorry, I'm working today. I'm working for you. So call the board, 315-435-VOTE, if you see any issues that are out there in the polling universe, in polling places or stuff like that, because then we will know that whether it's an issue that's already been reported and we're already working to fix it. And if I'm responding to 10 or 20 people throughout the day with any particular issue, for the same issue, then just the time to respond is taking time away from actually fixing the problem. You can that is your best bet, giving us a call if you see anything. People who are going to the polling place, please wear your mask. All right, that the CDC recommends masking indoors for all vaccinated and unvaccinated individuals in high transmission areas. We lost 7 neighbors over the weekend to COVID. This is a very high transmission county. Please protect our workers. Please protect yourself. Wear a mask when going to the polls, and wear the mask that the poll workers give you if you forget yours. Just for the purpose of voting. You can take it off when you get outside. But remember, many of our polling places are schools and also, government buildings that already require masking indoors anyways. Same with the Board of Elections, by the way. And finally, do not wear any campaign paraphernalia inside the polling place. You actually can't wear it within what's called the distance marker. That's 100 feet from the entrance of the polling place. No political paraphernalia, no waving of signs, no handing out material within that 100 foot. You have to, you can't do any political activity within that 100 foot. So please respect that. Selfies with ballots are a gray area. Most, including myself, believe that this is a First Amendment thing. But you absolutely cannot take pictures that allow people to see how other people are voting. Please respect the polling place itself. Keep it to just the business of voting when you're in there. All right, my long watch begins. I'm going to get into the office here and start working for you. Please go out and vote. Local elections matter more than any other elections, and even though it's the lowest turnout, because these are your roads, these are your bridges, these are your services and health and human services, these are your taxes, these are everything that you do on a day-to-day basis is determined today for the next 4 years, 2 years, whatever the length of office is. Yes, there's mayor of Syracuse, but there's also town supervisors. There's also town boards in Syracuse Common Council, Syracuse Board of Education, and yes, Supreme Court Justice, and also the county legislature is up today. So please go out there, make your voice heard. Get the government that you want to represent you for the next few years, and make your vote count today. All right, that's it. Let's go get this vote. Bye-bye, everyone.